This is a demo of how we could possibly use daybooks to process JE approvals. Currently, the suggested method is to enter the JE into the transient layer, go have another user verify the entry, then have another user approve the entry, and then carefully mass layer transfer to the official layer. Or you can wait to the end of the period to just go ahead and do the official layer transfer. This demo is going to show how you can enter a JE into a transient layer with a daybook code of JE initial, and then use mass layer transport to approve from the transient layer daybook to the official layer daybook, which I've created called JE-APPR for approval. And go ahead and log into QAD with the QAD admin login. I'm going to show you how this is set up. First, we're going to go take a look at daybooks and show you how these daybooks are created, or how they're set up. You can see that there's an access role associated with them. That means that only someone in that role can either enter a daybook or approve it. And when I go in and on this daybook, I've given an access role that I don't belong to, or the two users that have created don't belong to. So when I go into user access and I find my JE entry person, or in this case I'll grab the approver first, I can see that they're a member of two different roles, the JE approver and the JE entry. In order to do the transfer from one daybook to another, that person needs to be a member of both. Then the entry person is only allowed to use the daybook, is within the JE enter role only. Okay, I'm going to sign out and I'm going to sign in as my JE entry user. And I'm going to go ahead and create a journal entry. Alternatively, I could have gone to transient journal entry, which only allows you to do an entry. I'm going to look up everything associated with my daybook, and now I'll go ahead and create a new entry, specifying the daybook code of JE-INT. Go ahead and do a quick entry. I'm just going to be transferring some money from one cost set to another, or excuse me, cost center. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save the record. Fortunately, you can't see the save screen. It falls off the bottom of the screen for some reason. Go ahead and refresh this, and you can see that my new entry of test 2 has made it into the transient layer. Now I'm going to create an entry with a daybook that I'm not allowed to make an entry with. That's the JE T-Day B. Now I'm going to go ahead and save that record, and oops, yep, there's the error message. I'm not allowed to do an entry into that daybook. Okay, I'm going to leave this screen, and I'm going to sign out, and I'm going to I'm going to log in as the user that has the approval role associated with them. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the JE screen, and I'm going to search for everything that is in daybook JE-INT. And here you can see the records. From here, if I wanted to, I could edit any one of these entries, but I'm going to go ahead and do a mass layer transfer to the official layer that's associated with my approval daybook. So I put in INT as the daybooks I want to copy to the official layer, and then my target daybook of JEAPPR. You can see that it is targeted to the official layer right above the search button there. I'm going to turn off the progress in background because to see that you've been successful or whether you've had an error is faster if you don't do it in the background. Okay, so it says that I've completed it. Let's go take a look at the daybook of initial, and sure enough, that record is gone. It's been moved. Now I'm going to go in and find a journal entry that is in the JETDayB daybook, which I don't have access to. Shouldn't be able to approve it. I'm going to go ahead and try to approve this last one. So I'm going to go into the mass layer transfer again, pick the transient layer, pick the daybook that I don't have access to, and then try to move it to my JE approver daybook. Go ahead and search, deselect all these because I just want to move one, and turn off the background processing and try to process it, and you can see that it won't allow me to do that. Now the great thing about it, this works in both .NET as well as Web UI, as you've just seen. If you want to add additional approval steps, they can be added. We can have as many as we want. We would just be transferring from one to another.